Yes, well, it's only a very short few words today to explain to everybody who's listening the greatest mistake that the world has ever made about the Jews and Judaism, the only religion which teaches its disciples, its people, to treat others as they would want to be treated themselves. The only just religion. I know that Islam also is similar and comes from the same source, so I can't say much against Islam, however much the cowardly Cameron is criticizing it, having brought them here in the first place. They lionize them, they make out they're the problem. When the real terrorists, my friends, I can tell you the real terrorists are Cameron and his ilk of scum and lies, the real cowards, which will need to be rectified, but not with words in time. I say this to you now. They will live their life in a 3-in-1. I can't say what 3-in-1 yet, because it's the most just system of retribution that has ever existed in the world. I'll come to that much later. At the moment, you want to know where I come from. My father died a few years ago, and he left me with impressions which can never leave me, because they are just, they are the word of the Almighty through example. His name, Johnny Hopper. Now you look up on the internet, Johnny Hopper in Dakar. You've all heard of Dakar, Johnny Hopper in Dakar, and you get a flavor of what I'm going to do. And that is to protect the Jews and see that in this country, which is going absolutely to the dogs, which is totally being destroyed by the scum Cameron and his ilk of liars who've never done their work in their lives, who come from the biggest group of idiots ever created, known as public school boys. Nice people, but they couldn't run a world, so they all need a bloody good smack in the teeth. Because all the work in this country will need to be done productively. That is to say, to produce everything that we're borrowing, or are going to give this country maybe a few months before bankers want to reclaim some of the money that they've lent because they can't trust the scum here. Well, it's only a few words. I've got a few notes. Jews, Judaism. If you want success, this seems to be the best way of achieving it. Copy what they do. Try and emulate them. You can never be like them, but you can be similar. Now, I know that the Jews taught the whole world what they know. 3,000 years ago, up to now. They've been mistreated because they were successful, and because they're successful, what happens? Everybody is jealous of them and wants to punish them. We will stop all that. And Norfolk, UK, yes, a nice little area where everything is needed. We will secede from the corrupt UK once there's enough of us. And that if they try and stop us, we've got our fists to use if necessary when they attack us. Even the simple police on the beat hate what's happening. It's above the rank of constable. They're mostly corrupt. They're the ones who encourage pedophilia. Yes, we will stamp that with the most brutal punishment, force. And more force, and more force, and more force. For the time being, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry I'm too slack today, for I'm a bit tired. I'm going to have a little sleep, but tomorrow I will make a major recital of what is needed and what we are going to do, what we must do, what we can do, what we will do.